playing Infiltration. We're playing with D, myself, Jason, Ash, and Martin behind the camera.
This is the third game tonight, by the way, so we're all weary now.
This is Ash's game, and he's explaining us to how to play it. So, Ash, you want to do a bit of explanation of how the game works?
We're hoping it's quite light. From what I can gather, we are like criminals of some description. We're over here. And it's set in like a near future cyberpunk kind of world. We've broken into some kind of megacorps offices, and we're going to come in over here and we're going to travel through these rooms. Each one of these face-down cards of rooms. We're going to travel through them and steal data, and then I guess leave again.
Yeah, try to escape
before like the internal security.
Fuzz
99.
Okay.
The fuzz arrives.
So there's a tracker there that hits 99.
We started in the bio.
I assume that's not turns, that's going to be things add lots to it.
Dice rolls, modified.
And you'll be surprised at how quickly that goes up as well.
Okay, so it's going to be a bit of a race through the thing, get as much data as possible and get out again before the internal security triggers and fucks us over.
We each have a character, but they don't have any different abilities.
They don't seem to, no, but there's mine. I am Mr. White.
And I'm Hugo Cash. Or, again,
Sorry, it's a Simpsons joke. I did say it was late.
I'm Hugo Cash.
Apparently, as we're surprisingly racist, I'm Monica Singh. Do I look like a woman? Seriously?
You look like a Sing.
You do the gay little...
I am John Animal McAvoy, the muscle.
Yes, we can clearly see that.
Interesting enough, Dee's nickname is The Muscle as well. not for the reason you're thinking. Oh dear God. Right, we've got a hand of action cards here, in fact.
And some items.
So we've all got the same actions, these things. Apparently there is another one, but that's in a more advanced game, and as we don't know what we're doing, we're not using those. And we've all got different items. So here's mine. They're got the same back, so they kind of, you play them with your actions basically, so no one really knows what items other people has. I've had a look through mine and seem fairly self-explanatory and straightforward. These guys in the centre are apparently NPCs that are going to ruin our day, but they might not come into it, so I've been told. Yeah, that's about it really, so we're just cyber thieves or something. This is set in if you can see on the box there, in the Android universe. Along with Netrunner as well, obviously, which I think they've probably got a fairly similar theme. And it wouldn't surprise me if they made this, then got the rights to Netrunner and went, shit, we've basically made our game defunct. But I guess we'll see.
The problem is I only played Android once and I wasn't too fond of that.
Well, as I said earlier before we started this, I also played Android a couple of times, and I think it's got some interesting stuff in it, but it's got a hell of a lot of downtime as well. It's quite a unique game. I think one of the things...
I do like the theme though.
The theme's awesome, yeah. And one of the things I wish it had in it was I wish it had a bit of a sort of Mystery Abbey, Cluedo type deduction in it as well. Because the way, obviously we're slightly going off the tangents somewhat, but the way it works in Android is there's a murder that's happened, but the murderer isn't predetermined like it is in Cluedo and whatnot. What you do, you go around and collect evidence to pin on one of the people, so you make the person that you want to be guilty the murderer. So I don't know thematically what that would be, whether you're playing a dirty cop and doctoring evidence or what, but anyway, it would be nice if there was a deduction in there. But that's not this game, so we're playing that game.
I do want to say about Android, I think it helps if everybody reads the rules and knows what's going on. No, because when we played it, didn't have a clue. Now I've been, because I've bought the game and read the rules a couple of times, still don't know 100% how to play it, but I have a better idea of what's going on.
There is a lot going on. I remember there being tactics on your character sheet of how to play, and then there's another sheet which basically says how you can screw over the other characters, which also you also need to remember. And then there's this is the guy that I'm trying to make guilty and trying to remember where you put evidence and whatnot.
There was a lot of reading in that game. It was like reading a friggin' novel.
Yeah, and it's quite long too. But I like flying around. It's cool, like Blade Runner-esque.
Alright, let's get going with this game.
That's not this game. This is Infiltration. Woo! set in the same world as Android. So I guess when we reach about the halfway point, we'll come back and tell you how it's going, and hopefully we'll know what we're doing by then.
Maybe do a bit of a turn as well. I don't think we did the turn in.
And maybe we'll explain
didn't,
Android a little bit more.
Tell you more about how we don't like Android.
If I'm honest, I've pretty much expended my memory of Android. So, but yeah, I'm sure we can think of something else. Right, okay, take it easy. I'm not sure if we're at the halfway point of the game or not. I've got no clue, but we've certainly met the halfway point of the facility. Jason's just about to see how bad the security stuff went there.
3+1 because we're up on the alarm chart.
Yeah. Basically, when that little thing, if you just point at the camera there, Jason, once you've done it, when that thing there reaches 99, apparently we all lose.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah? It gives us some security lockdown. That top thing there, that ticks up. It ticked up quite early on, meaning we had one to the dice rolls. It's accelerating that chance. Game-wise, those three have kind of wandered through the building and gained a few files and stuff and screwed each other over a little bit, whereas I found a secret way into the secret room very early on and just spent the next 3 or 4 turns just getting all the data files from it. So I think I'm doing quite well, to be honest, but considering when you look at how many tokens everyone else has.
I have 3 years, I have just had one stolen.
By him, the bad man, and no, I've got 10, so...
We would have had 4, 4, 4 and 10.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
But now I'm in a bit of a quandary, because obviously you can only move pretty much one space a turn. It's going to take me a long time to even catch up, and there's nothing else to pick up from there, so I don't know whether to leave and then hope that they all die or don't get more than me. So I don't really know what to do now, but I guess we'll see how it goes.
You get another 3 there if you smash that lock.
Can I?
You need an item of some sort, though.
When you break that, it then puts 3 more disco files.
Disco Inferno.
See what happens with.
Data.
Right, anyway, I guess we may do another video before game end, but if not, we'll see you at the end. Okay, we're a little further on now. Mr. White, have actually retreated. I decided I was too far back to actually catch up with them, so I thought I'd bug out with what I've got and hope that these guys die or get locked in whilst they're there. So they're carrying on.
I think you still get to play cards and stuff as well.
No. I've left. Yeah.
There's nothing for him to do.
Basically, that's why I'm recording now. So obviously, I'm not doing action. So on to you, D. What are you up to?
I'm going to do some downloading.
As will I.
And I'm going to carry on retreating.
Ashen's bugging out now as well. He's scared. Right. And now let's see what we get here.
2.
2. A massive 2. So I'll pass it. I'll let you do that, D. We're at 44 now. Okay, if you could add that on. Interesting game. It's kind of abstract, but kind of not abstract as well at the same time. Interesting to see if these 4 rooms here actually give another exit.
Will they? Is it possible to get
There
another
is
exit?
possible to get another exit up top.
Because if it doesn't, you guys are in trouble.
Yeah, loads of time, man. Loads of time.
Well, with dice rolls like that, yeah. It depends on whether we...
That's why I'm not allowed to roll dice.
Right, go for it.
So, look at that t-shirt.
Download.
It's so appropriate.
Download.
Buckyballs. Plonk. Each time an operative enters this room, he is delayed.
And the screwage begins. On the way out, by the way, I just thought if I can show that. I added remote spyro there. Basically, when an operative walks through it, they have to leave one of their data files on there. And obviously, I did that on the way out because I thought if they have to leave that way, it might increase the odds of me winning. Although I've got 10 and D's got a massive pile over there now, so I've not played this before, and D and Ashen have, and I asked them roughly.
I didn't answer.
And I said,
I can't remember.
What's the kind of score you might get from this? And Ashen went at 5. So I thought, well, I've got 19. I should be doing laughing. So
We're trying to beat 19. Cool. I'm good to leave now.
That was an approximate, by the way.
Sorry, I didn't do this in my turn.
Should be on 44 at the moment, yeah?
Yeah. Go on then.
Another 2.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder whether everyone's going to leave, and it's quite easy, to be honest. As Jason pointed out, it's got a bit of a dungeon quest in it, which I think is quite interesting. It definitely has that feel to it as well. Quite as random or dangerous, but...
Hey, the dice rolls, it's...
Retreat.
But I think we'll come back at the end. Okay, everyone's got out alive. We've just finished, just escaped. Jason was the last one out. I've got to admit, seemed quite easy. We finished on 82, so no real big pressure. We haven't actually looked, although I'm pretty sure I've got 19.
Fucking ones I got.
Let's have a look. Yep, I have indeed got 19. I'm under no illusions I haven't won because I only played for half the game and left like a cowardly coward. But then again, I am the brains. I think in my head, man.
I'm the cash.
How much money did you get?
16.
Yay, I didn't come last. Jason.
Look at my friggin' ones I got. It's got 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
There are... Let's look at the back of it. There's the rule book there. It tells you that there are 58 ones and only 18 threes.
How many did you get? How many did you get?
You tell me first.
Nope. How many did you get?
If they won't tell each other, does that mean me and Jason come first and second?
Yes, second.
Damn you!
20.
Holy crap, so you mean you're only beaten by 1?
25.
I got 19.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that, funny enough, that one, if you hadn't have got it back,
16.
it was a 2 that you put on there.
If I hadn't have found another room there, I would not have made it out. He got less. If he hadn't have downloaded, he'd have left. You'd have won.
Yeah, well, that one over there, Ashton put a 2 on it when he walked through it, and he downloaded it back again, and it was a 2.
Increase the alarm dial by 2.
I think we were quite
That's
lucky.
awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I wanted you to lose.
On the first level, we could have ended up with those 2 as well.
What's a prototype card?
Some kind of... It's an interesting, weird game. It's just weird.
Oh, I know that's
It's alright, I think. It's okay. Nothing...
It's not heavy, it's not...
it's nothing to write home. It's not. I don't feel profoundly changed for playing it, but yeah, it was alright.
Profoundly changed. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, it's one of those games, isn't it? When you've played something heavy and you want to just finish off the night, you do something like this.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of like Death Angel and Chaos Marauders and those type of things.
Yeah. All Fantasy Flight games.
Yeah, the ones I'm looking at are there. Yeah, I thought it was alright as well. I mean, it's got a lot of variation, I imagine, because you've got a lot of other rooms that you can add to it.
Yeah.
Is this random every time we do
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
You get there's 2 lots of piles
So
basically,
you've got the level 1 rooms and then you've got level 2 rooms.
and then there's a choice of 3.
These special rooms. VIP Observatory, Prototype Lab, and Brian's Scan Station.
The only observation I will say is the items vary in power dramatically. And I mean, I personally have no way to destroy these like locks and things like that. No way at all. So it's just like, well, that looks awesome. Shame I can't do anything about it. You can't even make a choice of that one's good, but I might save it for later on because it might be something better or whatever. That was it. But well, I guess that's the nature of the beast, really.
I was there's a little bit disappointed the NPCs didn't come into it
Yeah,
more.
like I said, last game that me and Ashley played in, we came across 3 different NPCs in one game. So a bit different to this one, where we had one guy turn up here.
Who was quite rubbish.
He basically just took away the 5 data tokens from there,
and then wandered off.
Just disappeared.
I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, he was a little bit rubbish, but he was actually alright because it stopped us from just sitting here hoovering up.
Again,
Yeah, but
me and Jason
I
were there as
suspect
well,
you would have hoovered up though, wouldn't you?
We would have. Me and him were sitting
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think we had Officer Nelson last game we played. Wound each operative in the same room as Officer Nelson and increase the alarm dial by 1.
Yeah.
Then he gets to move down.
He's badass.
Basically, he goes around shooting people and.
Yeah.
It was alright. Yeah, it was not bad.
Interesting one. And D won that. It's about time you won again tonight.
Won twice.
That's not my recollection.
I won Spartacus.
I want to see the proof of this.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true. He
Check
did.
out the previous videos, like it, and then comment on it.
Yay! Good night.